Hey.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, teacher.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Okay, so shall we start now? So we have finished number 5 yesterday, right?
Yes.
And today I have to explain you about to in order to so that and so that, right? So do you know these phrases? To, in order to, so that, and so as. I guess you will definitely know to, right? So how about in order to?
Yes, heard of it. Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, I know it.
Okay. How about so that?
Yes, teacher.
And how about so as? Okay, so I'll explain that. So we can use these phrases to express the level of the action. For example, like I got up early this morning, so the purpose is to attend the class. So we can connect these two sentences by using to, in order to, so that, and so that. For example, I get up early this morning to attend the class, or I get up early this morning in order to attend the class, or I get up early this morning so that I can attend the class, or I get up early this morning so as to attend the class. So is that clear? So we can use all these expressions to express our purpose of the action. I get up early this morning is the action, and to attend the class is the purpose of doing that action. So got it? Actually, the sense and the meaning are the same, but the grammar pattern is a little bit different to each other. So we'll look at this one. So for positive sense and negative sense. For example, I want to the shop in order to have a look at the latest smartphone. So to and in order to have the same sense, and they're a little bit similar to each other, but in order to, it's more formal than to. So if you use in order to, it will be more formal than using to. So is that clear?
Yes.
So I went to the shop to have a look at the latest smartphone, and I want to the shop in order to have a look at the latest smartphone. So in these two sentences, using in order to have more formal sense. So is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So how about so that? How do you think of it? What is this grammar pattern? So if we want to use in order to and to, we just have to use them with infinitive verb, as we easily call verb one, right? In order to have a look at, to have a look at. So you just have to use in order to and to plus verb one. In other way, infinitive verb. But if you want to use so that, you have to use a full sentence. For example, like, I could have a look at the latest smartphone. I went to the shop, I could have a look at the latest smartphone. They both are full sentence. So we can use so that to connect that two sentences. And if you want to use so that, you have to use can or could. If you use verb two, you have to use could. And if you want to use verb one, you have to use can. For example, I go to the shop so that I can have a look at the latest smartphone. But if you're using past tense like I want, you have to use I could. So is that clear? The difference between to, in order to, and so that. Is there any question about to, in order to, and so that? Is that clear?
Yes.
And there is other thing that if you have the same subject both for the actions and both for the purpose. For example, I went to the shop in order to have a look at. So I went to the shop and I have a look. I could have a look at. So we have the same subject here, right? So we can use in order to, and so that. So we can use all three phrases. But if you have the different subject, for example, like I explain in detail and you can understand. So at that time, we cannot use to and in order to because we have different subjects. So at that time, we only have to use so that. For example, I will explain in details so that you could understand or you can understand very well like that. So there is a little bit difference between in order to and so that. So is that clear? Is that clear, or do I need to explain it again? Are you guys now wake up, right? Just sit in front of the laptop and you say nothing. So if it is clear, you have to say yes, I'm clear. Or if I have to explain again, you have to say okay, you can explain me again like that, right? So is that clear?
Yes.
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 Okay, I don't need to explain it again, right?
No.
Okay. Thank you. So this is about the positive sense. Okay. For the negative sense, we can use in order not to and so as not to. So they have the same sense. So in order not to plus infinitive verb one, so as not to plus infinitive verb one. For so that, they have the same sense. We have to follow the full sentence behind so that. For example, I've switched my phone to silent so that it doesn't disturb you. So this is negative sense. So is that clear? about everything in order to, so that, and so as not to, so as to. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this time you have to make your own sentences by using to, in order to, so that, and so as not to. So you have to write full sentence. You have to make sentence so as not to. Sorry about my handwriting. I have to use marks to write that. Okay, so you have to write full sentence by using to, in order to, so that, and so as not to. So I'll give you 5 minutes to construct your own sentence. After that, I'll ask you one by one, okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Number 6, right?
Respond my question, okay?
Number 6, right?
Huh?
Number 6.
You're not doing the message,
page
you're still
15.
doing here this grammar point.
Oh,
You have to
okay,
construct the sentence by using to, in order to, so that, and so as not to. But you have to write your own sentence. So you can look these as an example sentences.
okay. How many sentences?
Four sentences. One for to,
okay.
one for in order to, one for so that, and one for so as not to. Is that clear?
Yes.
Teacher,
Okay.
do we need to write it in the notebook?
Yes, whatever you can. If you want to write in the course book, it's okay. If you have space to write.
Sure.
We need to write in order to, so that, and
Yes, these four words. To, in order to, so that, so as not to. You have to use these phrases.
Sure. Should we need to write negative one?
Hmm?
And should we need to write negative one?
Yes, negative one is the only one here. So that, so as not to.
Oh, okay.
Teacher.
Yes,
Hi. Can you tell me what to do again, please? Because like my connection was so bad that I can't hear anything.
Okay, so I'll tell you again. You have to make your own sentences by using to, in order to, so that, and so as not to. So you have to write 4 sentences by using these. So you can look at these example sentences.
Thank you.
yeah, do we need to, all right, I went to the shop. Hello,
Okay, Chris, what are you asking?
do we need to write, I went to the shop in first sentence?
No, not the same sentence. You have to make your own sentence, not this one.
At this time.
So have you finished? Have you finished? Have you finished?
Yes, yes.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I finished.
Not yet, teacher.
Finish it.
Please answer me when I ask a question, okay? Because I don't know what to do if
Okay.
you don't answer me back.
We all are mostly silent.
Teacher, is that only like two in order to so that and so as not to?
Yeah, it's only 4 sentences.
Okay.
I finished.
Okay. So can I ask now?
Yes, just finished.
F1. So I will call the name, okay? I will start with Ichizo.
Yes, I went to supermarket in order to buy grocery. And second one is I went to cinema to watch the latest movie. And I went to the local market so that I can buy fresh vegetable. And the last one, I lower my volume so as not to disturb you.
So as not to disturb others, okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ichizo. You can choose next one, Denise. You can choose next person.
Name taking.
Ninja taking, okay. Ninja taking.
I woke up early in order to attend the online class. I turned up the volume so that I could hear well. I went to the bookstore to get some books. I studied hard so as not to fail the exam.
So as not to fail the exam. Okay, thank you. So you can choose next one, Denise.
Constantly.
Answer 3. Answer 3, are you there? Answer 3, are you there? Answer 3, are you there? Okay. Okay, so Ninja can choose next person.
Chisano.
Just a moment.
I went to the cinema in order to watch a movie with my friends. I went to the school to study. I went to the souvenir shop so that I could buy a present for my relatives. I have changed my clothes so as not to swim with you.
Okay, thank you. So you can choose next one, please.
Chris,
Chris.
I went to KFC to eat fried chicken. I went to the hospital so that I could have a medicine for headache. I went to gaming store in order to buy FIFA 22. I put my food on the mountain so as not to eat my food.
Okay, thank you. You can choose next one.
Pomia Bank.
Home have fun.
I want to shop in order to have a latest laptop. I want to bookshop to get a latest book. I want to cinema so that I could have a look at the latest movies. I charge my laptop so as not to lose battery from it.
Thank you. So you can choose next one.
Top phone.
Stop home have.
Number one, I went to the cinema to watch a new movie. Number two, I went to the supermarket in order to buy a new plant. Number three, I went to the garden so that I could have a look at the flowers. And number four, I power off my phone so as not to call me.
So as not to.
Call me.
Okay. Okay. So you can choose next one.
Daniel.
What? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would like to understand. I would try to understand what teacher said in the class in order to have free times and doesn't have to study. Yeah, study again. And I want to visit to Egypt to learn about their lifestyle and history. And I will do my homework before class so that my teacher don't scold me. And I've phoned my parents so as not to worry.
My teacher doesn't scold me, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, doesn't.
Okay. So you can choose next one.
Okay. Nile.
I went to zoo in order to have a look at the different animals, and I go to cinema to watch a movie alone, and I went to the library so that I could have read books. I've stopped talking with friends all the time so as not to lose my personal free times.
Can just make one.
So weirdly.
I studied hard in order to have good marks. My mother went to the market to buy vegetables. We usually have a big breakfast so that we feel less hungry. The detectives made many plans so as to catch the criminal.
So you can just make one.
Libby.
I went to the bookshop in order to get the new bestseller books. I went to the cinema to have a look at the new movie. I went to the Paris so that I could have a look at the Eiffel Tower. I have down my phone below so as not to disturb you in public.
So you can just make one.
一定撒酒。
I went up to my friend in order to make things clear about the misunderstanding after an argument between us. Since I had 10 minutes before the class started, I went to the cafeteria to get a cup of coffee. I added my phone contact on my grandfather's phone so that he could make a phone call to me in emergency situations. She did her homework regularly and studied well, so as not to get bad grades.
Okay, thank you. So you can choose next one.
是的啦。是的啦，兄弟。
I went to the mall to buy a new sweater. She had to work full time in order to earn a living. I woke up early so that I wouldn't be late to school, and he kept his books so as not to lose it.
So what's not to?
Lose it.
Okay. So you can choose next one.
James didn't camp. Sure, I think.
James. Okay.
I studied hard in order to get high marks in the exam. I turned off the alarm so that it doesn't wake me at 5 a.m. He invited me to come to his birthday party. I don't use my speakers late at night so as not to annoy my neighbors.
Okay, thank you. So you can choose next one.
Chris, have you finished?
Since I'm finished.
Chris has finished. So, Ang Tansen.
I went to the tea shop in order to have a cup of tea. I bought a new laptop to attend the online classes. He went to the China so that he could learn Chinese. He did everything so as not to fail the exam.
So thank you. You can choose next one.
That's true.
That's true. The do, right? Actually, the do or the do?
The two teacher.
The do, right?
Yeah. I called my friend to tell him about the exam. I went to the market in order to buy some grocery. I went to the library so that I can buy some books. I turned down the music so as not to disturb the others.
So as not to
Disturb the others.
disturb the others. Okay, thank you. So you can choose next one now.
Just a no.
Susanil has finished.
Oh. Tomia Baidu.
Tomia Baidu also finished, right? Tomia Baidu has finished also.
James, I guess.
James has also finished.
You can pick me if you want. I haven't finished yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Hades.
Hades, yeah.
Okay. The chef has to try his best in order to satisfy the customers with food. And I bought a mattress to sleep in the tent more comfortably. My friend already booked for the tickets online so that we don't have to wait in the queue for them. I have to snooze my alarm quick so as not to wake my roommates.
That's not the one. Okay, thank you. So you can choose next one. Huh? You have to choose next one.
Tentu, huh? Are you finished?
Tentu hasn't finished yet. Yes, you can call him.
Okay.
I've charged my phone in order to use it. I went along with my friends to play football. I leaned in closer so that I can see the flowers more clearly.
So finished?
Yeah.
Yes, have you finished so as not to?
Oh, I finished so as not to.
Okay, thank you. So I think the last person will be Dancing, right?
I have finished. Yes, I've already finished.
You finished. Oh, okay, yes, you have finished already. Okay, so who is the last one? Who left? Have you finished?
No.
Okay, so it's
Read in order to become wise. I put my book. Sorry. I went to the restaurant to buy some food. I went to the city mart so that I could buy a bucket at the new closest. I put my book in the drawer so as not to lose them.
okay, thank you. So comfortably. Comfortably, it's your turn now. Comfortably, are you ready? Okay, so you can tell now. Comfortably, are you speaking? I think you're muted or something. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. Are you saying something? And we can only see you like this, you know, half of your face. So I'm not sure, are you speaking or not? Mic error. Okay, so you can type your answers here down. So now you can use to in order to, so that, and so as to, so as not to, right? So is there any question about these phrases, everyone?
No.
You know the differences now, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So shall we continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
I consider you can set your answers in the chat, okay? Okay, so number 6 is right. We have finished number 5, right? So number 6. Are you like Laura or like David? So the ones we did yesterday for reading, right? Laura's opinion, David's opinion. Have you remember?
Yes.
So Laura's or like David from exercise 2. Write a short paragraph giving your views about the gadgets in exercise 1. So you have to write about the gadgets, about your opinion. Is that good thing or is that bad thing? And you also have to give your opinions, why they're bad, why they're good. Just like Laura's and David's opinion. And you have to include some of the phrases from exercise 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 mean these ones. So you can use these phrases like although, or you can use these grammar patterns, and you can also use these ones. So you have to write your opinion about judges, and that will be your homework. We'll discuss about this on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you have to tell me these about this on Friday. Okay. So number 6,
Sure,
page number 15 will be homework.
Teacher,
Yes.
I would like to know what's the word count. Word count for the writing.
You mean what limitation?
Yes.
I don't give you what limitation. You can use. You can write as much as you can.
Oh, okay.
Don't make it too short.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we just have to write it in the notebook? Do we have to write it in the notebook?
Yes, it is better. But you don't need to give in to me. You just have to read out on Friday to me and to your classmates about your opinion. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So is there any question about the homework?
No.
No. Although I didn't give you guys like what limitation, don't make it too short, okay? And don't make it too long. Okay. If it is too long, it's not that interesting, okay?
Okay.
Okay, shall we move on? On page number 15. It's about reading. Before reading, there are some discussion points. The future of schools. So the question that we have to discuss is, how is your school day different from the school your parents want to? So how it is different? What are the differences? Your school and the school your parents want to. Mean the schools in the past. So what are the differences between today's schools and the schools from the past? How do you think of it?
Primary school and middle school. Like,
Primary school
I
and
attend. Oh yeah, online. Oh yeah, never mind. I forgot that.
Yes, now we're doing online learning. But what about in face-to-face learning too? What are the differences of the schools and the schools from the past?
The education.
Education system, yes, it can change. Yes, education system. And is there any other changes besides education system?
Grades. Like my mom's school was like a primary, and our school is like middle school, like that.
You also mean the education grades, right?
Yeah. Grades.
Yes.
When I was younger, I need to study a lot.
I study.
No.
But how about now?
It's a different gap between private school and
there are so many private schools nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So in the past, there are only government schools, right? But nowadays, there are so many private schools and there are so many international schools, right? Yeah. And is that all?
I think there are gaps between the government school and
the gap.
private.
Yes, there may be the gap between the government schools and the private schools. There are so many changes, right?
Yes.
Between today's schools and the schools from the past, right? And I think there
Like
are also changes in facilities, right?
Yes.
The facilities that provide from school, right? Then there may also be differences. Okay. So we'll move to reading. So read this article about the School of the Air. So the title is the School of the Air. What is it and how it is different from a normal school? So you have to read this first. And after that, we will discuss these two questions. Okay. What is the School of the Air and how it is different from a normal school? So you have to give me these two answers after reading that. Okay. So read it. If you want to use your dictionary, it is okay. So read it and tell me when you finish reading, okay? We'll discuss the two questions.
Oh, okay.
Tania, are you asking something to me? Today, I think you're writing latest, right? So I think you got the wrong spelling. So have a check, okay? Latest, L-E-T-E-S-T. It has to be L-E-T-E-S-T. So that I could play, it has to be I could play, okay? Because I could plus it has to be infinitive to I could plus of one, okay?
So this is basically on.
Okay, correct.
Teacher,
Yes,
is it school of the I mean the online school?
yes. So have you finished reading the program?
Yes.
So we'll discuss these two questions here. So what is it? What is the school of the air mean? What is the school of the air?
Is it like an online
Online
class?
learning.
Yes, it's just like the
Online
thing that we are
learning.
doing right now, right? It's kind of like online learning. So they call it the school on the air, right? The school of the air. So how it is different from a normal school? Normal school means face-to-face learning. So how it is different from each other? What are the differences between an online class and a face-to-face?
Study from home.
Students
Like,
study
study from
from
home.
at
We can
home,
study at home,
and
right?
they
We can
go
study at
to
home. We don't need to
the
go to
lessons
school,
are given
right?
through
And we
internet.
don't need to meet with friends and our classmates face to face, right? We just meet them online only, right? So they may be the differences. Okay, so we'll discuss these questions. Talk about the advantages and disadvantages of learning with the school of the air. Okay, so what are the advantages of learning with the school of the air? So what are the advantages of online learning?
You don't need to go to school.
We don't need to school. So we don't need to school means we can save money, we can save time for commuting, right? So that is the first advantages, yes. We can save money, we can save time for commuting. Yes. And
Yeah, and I have a really good thing that you don't need to wake up very early.
oh, what do you mean? We don't need to?
Wake up early.
Yes. Okay, actually, okay. Is that advantages for you? Okay, for the students, right? From the student side, we don't need to get up early.
That's really
Attend the
good thing.
class. So if the class starts at 9:30, you can wake up at like 9:15, right? So you can
Yes.
finish
Seven.
washing your face and having breakfast within 15 minutes, right? So you don't
No.
need much time to prepare to attend the class. Yeah, so you can save time, right? Yes.
Yes.
So, and is there any other advantages?
Yes.
What are they?
You can ask your teacher in every time, and you will not get beaten or scolded.
You will not get
beaten.
Okay. Is there also advantages?
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You can get even if we are in face to face, we don't beat you really.
In the government schools.
In the government, I think nowadays governments didn't do that too, right?
Yeah, they do it.
Yeah, they still do it.
Okay, if you are too naughty, they will do it. It depends on the students, I think.
He could blackmail you.
Okay, is there any other advantages of online learning besides?
You can do blackmails to the teachers.
You can
do blackmailing.
Blackmailing? What kind of blackmailing?
Take really bad screenshots.
Okay, Chris, be serious. Okay, we are talking about the advantages of online learning. So as we have mentioned before, we can save time, we can save money for commuting. We don't need to get up early to attend the class. We don't need much time to prepare to go to school or prepare to attend the class. And is there any other advantages?
You can send your homework like how do I say? Anytime. Yeah, you can send your homework like anytime. Like
anytime. Actually, there is also a deadline.
Yeah, I know, but you can just send it like 15 minutes before the class.
Before the
like
deadline, like 1 second or 2 seconds before the deadline.
Yeah, like that.
Yes, you can take more time to finish your homework, right? And there's also one other thing, right? We can do other things while attending the class, right? For example, like there is a 1 hour, right? 1 hour gap for the first period and the second period, right? So within 1 hour, you can also do other things like household chores, right?
Yeah.
And you can also take a bus, right? So you can do other things.
Yeah.
You can even play a game, right? Within that 1 hour gap. Yeah.
You can even sleep.
I'm right about that, right? So is there any other advantages?
Oh, we don't need to prepare our outfit to go to school.
You don't. Yes, we don't need to. Yeah, we don't need to prepare the outfit. We don't need to buy many dress or things, right? To attend the class. We can even learn our lessons wearing the pajamas, right? Are you wearing that now?
Yeah.
No. No, technically no.
If
just a t-shirt.
if you doesn't shower, that's okay too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. You don't wash your face, right? Because nobody knows, right? You can.
Nobody's gonna know.
We can learn, right? We can learn without washing our face, without brushing our teeth, right? Yes.
Yeah, and I know the next advantage here.
Yes, what is that?
Some students didn't want to learn really, and they just off the cameras and just sitting
And like
on.
pretend like it's lagging.
Yeah.
A lot. Roasting the can.
There are a lot of person. They do like lagging and using phones.
And is there any
That's
other
advantage.
Is that all?
For students, for teachers.
For students, okay. And it's also convenient for the students from the remote area, just like the one in the paragraph, right? If you just stay quite far away from the school, right? So you can save time for that. Okay, so that may be the advantages of online learning, right? So how about the disadvantages of learning with the school or the air? So what are the disadvantages of online learning? Is there any other disadvantages? Is there any disadvantages?
You
If
became
the
bored.
if the
Like you need
connection
to
is
focus
bad,
more because
Yeah.
it's online. You need to focus more.
You'll lack concentration on the class.
So there is concentration problem, right? Some of the students can't concentrate, right? Yes.
And now we have to wear glasses. Like most of us are wearing glasses in this class. Like, yeah.
And it's really affect my eyes.
Even teachers are
Yeah.
wearing glasses now.
Yeah. There are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Attacked by light screen painting.
And
Yeah.
The connection problems.
yes, the connection problem. Yes, especially in our country, right?
yeah.
Electricity
blackout.
ran out.
Yeah.
The connection problem, and plus in our country there is also an electricity problem, right? The light went out right
Yeah.
now from my area, so yeah, that will also be one of the problems. But it happens only in our country. Remember, electricity problem only happen in our country for online learning. And is there any other disadvantages?
You can eat while doing the online class.
So is that advantages or disadvantages? You can have food.
It is for real. It's I think advantages.
Yeah, it
in
is the advantages of for the students and disadvantages for the teachers, right? Because if you're eating, you can't concentrate on learning, right? So there is a
when we are at the government school, we can eat on.
Well, like I
the
eat secretly
class.
sometimes. Like
Yes,
we sit in the
That is
bedroom.
only why the
secretly.
teacher is
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
you can't eat food. Whether
But-
you are in private school or whether you are in government school, that's not
Yeah,
right.
Yes, but in the online classes we can eat.
You can eat. Okay, that will be disadvantages for the teachers, right? Not for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want, right? The students can do whatever you want, right? If you turn off your camera, you can even sleep in bed, right? So that will be disadvantages for the teachers and that will be advantages for the students, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move to number 3, okay? So number 3 is find the words in the text for the following. So there are phrases. So you have to find the words that have a similar meaning with the phrases in the passage. For example, like number 1, a place where TV programs, films, and recording are made. So what will be the words
Studio.
that have a
Studio.
similar meaning with the phrase?
Radio.
Studio.
Studio, yes.
Not
Studio.
studio. Not radio.
So find the answers 2 up to 6. After that, we will check the answer, okay? Have you finished? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so what is the answer for number 2? A piece of equipment that is sent into space to travel around the Earth in order to receive and send information.
Satellite.
Satellite.
Correct, satellite. And how about 3? A camera which records moving pictures and sounds so that they can be shown on the internet as they happen.
Webcam.
Webcam, yes, correct. And how about for a small computer that you can carry with you?
Laptop.
Laptop.
And a piece of equipment for recording sound so that it can be sent electronically.
Microphone.
Microphone, yes. A large electronic widescreen which is used by teachers and students in the classroom.
Interactive.
Interactive whiteboard.
An active whiteboard, yes, correct. So have you got all the answers for number 3?
Yes, we have.
Okay. So we will move to number 4. Number 4 is write a heading for each of the paragraph of the article. So there is only a big heading, right? So this time you have to write the subtitle for each of the paragraph. Okay, for example, like paragraph 1, the title of the paragraph 1 is going to school in Australia. So you have to read this again and you have to give heading for each of the paragraph. Okay. Okay, do it now. After that, we'll check the answers. You may have different answers. So have you finished?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
No.
No, not yet. Okay. So have you finished now?
Yes.
Okay, so what will be the title for the second paragraph?
School of the Air.
Where the School of the Air works.
How School of the World works.
Where the School of the Air works.
Yes,
About the
and is
facilities.
there any different answer?
Talking about the facilities.
That
Talking about the facilities.
talking about the facility. Actually, it is explaining about the online learning, right? So talking about the facility won't be that appropriate.
Okay.
Okay. So title, the subtitle means you have to cover at every fact in the program. So that is why, yeah. So yes, the School of the Air or online learning. Yes. And is there any other different answers?
How good online learning is.
How?
Good School of the Air.
How good online learning? You mean like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It can also be. And is there any other different answer? Nope. Okay, so the titles are the School of the Air and online learning. It can also be online learning, or it can also be how online learning was, like that. And Chris said something, right? How good online learning is. Yes, it can also be the title. So is that all right? If you have different answer, you can also tell, okay? Okay, so how about the third paragraph? The title of the third paragraph.
Jack's
Students'
lesson
opinion.
learning.
Students' experience.
Experience review of a student.
Experience or opinion about studying this.
Experience or opinion.
Yeah.
So, experience of the students or opinions of the students about online learning, right? Or you can also say Jack online learning experience. So that can also be correct. So Jack online learning experience or an opinion of the students about online learning. You can also title like that. So is there any other different answer? Or one of the students' experience, that's okay. So it's quite simple. Okay, so how about the last paragraph?
Future of schools.
Education in
Future
the future.
education prediction.
Yes, future education. right? Future education. So is there any different answer?
Evolution of schools.
Yes, it
I
is
guess.
also acceptable.
Okay.
Evolution of the school and future education. Yes. So is there any other different answer? No. Okay. Okay, so have you got all the answers for number 4?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have questions, you ask me, okay? You can ask me anytime. Okay, then we will move to number 5. Number 5 is write out the sentences using the well future passive form of the verb in brackets. Okay, so do you know what is well future passive form? Actually, it is future passive form. What is future passive form?
Will be plus 53.
Will be plus
Will be plus
3. How about future adjective form?
Will plus 1.
Yes, will plus 1.
Yeah.
So that is future adjective, and this time we'll discuss about future passive. So future passive, each pattern is will be plus verb 3, right? Okay, so by the way, how many tenses are there in English? How many tenses?
12.
Yeah,
12.
12. Yes, correct. 12. What are they then?
Present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, past tense, past perfect tense, past participle, past continuous tense, and then future tense, future continuous, and then future perfect tense.
So there are altogether 9 tenses. What about the other 3 tenses? The 3 tenses will be present, perfect, continuous, past perfect, continuous, right? And future perfect, continuous. Yes, there are altogether 12 tenses. And this time we'll talk about one of the tenses with its passive form. So future passive form. So the pattern is will be plus verb 3. So in every future passive tense, we have to use past participle, right? Verb 3. We have to use verb 3. Okay. So will be plus verb 3, that is positive. For negative, won't be plus verb 3. For question form, well, and there is a noun and be plus verb 3. So there is a pattern: positive, negative, and question format. So is that clear? Okay, so we will do number 5. Write out the sentence using the will future passive form of the verb in brackets. So for example, cars. So the verb has been given, not drive, control. So cars won't be driven by people, they blend by computers. So they
Will be controlled.
Yes, they will be
Control.
computers. Okay. So fill the blank first. After that, we will discuss about the tense again. Okay.
I finished.
Okay. So has everyone finished?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Everyone, have you finished?
No.
Okay, not yet. Okay, I will wait. So have you finished?
Yes.
Okay. So how about number 2? Text messaging blend by voice to text technology. You have to use the box replace.
Will be replaced.
Will be replaced.
Will be replaced, and replace have to be past participle, right? R-E-P-L-A-C-E,
Replace.
right? Replace. Yes. And how about 3? All houses blend by solar power.
Will be heated.
Heated.
Heated,
Will be
yes,
heated.
correct. Will be heated. And number 4, there will be no shops or shopping center, and all shopping blend online.
Will be
Will
done.
be done.
Will be done.
Be done.
Will be
Done.
done, yes.
Will
you
be
have to-
done.
And 5, films
Won't be
Will
shown.
not be
Will
shown.
be shown at
And
Will
cinema.
be downloaded.
Will be
We
downloaded
downloaded
and watched at home.
Watch at home.
Watch
No.
they will be downloaded and will be watched,
Watched.
right?
Will be watched.
Okay, so here's the question. So actually we can we use active future here? For example, like people will use solar power in the future. Can we write like that? Without using passive form. Can we use active here? Can we use active here? Like people will use.
Yes.
Yes, we can use. So why do we use passive here? Why do we have to use passive here? Even when we can use active sentences.
Because the objects
I
are in the front.
Yes, we want to emphasize the objects only, right? So actually the subject are not very important, and we all can realize that people will use it, right? So the subject is not important, and in that place, the object is important, and we want to emphasize the object. For example, like my wallet has been stolen. So we want to emphasize the object of wallet, right? So instead of using active form, we will use passive form, like my wallet has been stolen. My wallet was stolen, like that, right? So we will use passive form if we want to emphasize on the object and when the subject is not important. For example, like food is not allowed. Food is not allowed. Drink is not allowed in the library. And everyone will understand that the subject will be the students or the people who enter into the library, right? So at the time, the subject is not important. The object, food and drinks, very important. That is why food and drinks are not allowed, like that. So is that clear why we use passive form?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So is there any question about future passive form?
No.
Okay. So can you write your own sentence by using future passive form? So you have to write 2 sentences. The first one is positive future passive form, and the other is negative future passive form. So you have to use will be plus verb 3 and won't be plus verb 3. So you have to write 2 sentences now. Okay. Okay. Write it now, and I will ask one by one after that. I think 2 minutes is enough, right? Because you have to write only 2 sentences. The ones who turn off their camera, is there any question for number 5?
No.
Okay, so can I ask now?
Yes.
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. Okay, can I ask now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I will go with Daniel first.
Wait, I'm nearly finished.
You're not finished yet.
Yeah, nearly. Just one sentence left. Yeah.
Just 1 second, okay? Okay, so then I will start with the waving.
I wrote the national anthem will be sung by a famous singer. The competition won't be held because of the bad weather.
Okay, thank you. And just this time, send to him. Send to him. Send to him. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Chair.
Okay.
Which number?
We are writing. We are writing 2 sentences by using future passive form. One has to be positive and one has to be negative. So you have to use these pattern. Will be plus or 3 and plus or 3. Are you ready now?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not ready, Chair.
Okay, I'm not ready. Okay. Why were you? Okay, so Niall, are you ready?
Yes. I will be attend abroad, and my friend will be met me tomorrow.
My friends will be.
Sorry, meet me tomorrow.
Your voice is quite low. So can you write your answer in the chat box for me? Because I can hear you clearly, as your voice is quite low. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. So this time,
Can I start?
Yes.
The person who wins the game will be given $1 million. And if you commit perjury again, you won't be allowed as a witness.
Okay, thank you. And this time, Benson.
Wait, Chair, I'm not finished yet.
I'm not finished yet. Okay. So, easy. Sorry, Ethan, that's all right. Sorry.
Yes, Chair. In near future, I don't think cars will be driven by humans anymore. The package you ordered will be sent to your given address in 2 days.
Okay, thank you. And this time, Lincoln View. Lincoln View, are you ready?
Yes. The film will be shown next week at all cinemas. The concert won't be held due to COVID.
Okay, thank you. Lincoln View, right?
Yes, Lincoln View.
Okay, and this time, it is on. Okay, so
Factory worker will be replaced by robots in the future, and cashier won't be needed if the self-checker system can up.
okay, thank you. My friend will be meet me tomorrow. Actually, Niall, in your sentence, active future will be appropriate, more appropriate than passive. Like my friend will meet me tomorrow, so it is more appropriate. So in that situation, passive is not that appropriate. So understand? Niall, did you get it?
Can you say again? 'Cause my
Okay,
internet
so
is-
my friend will be met, right? Actually, in that situation, active is more appropriate. Like my friend will meet me tomorrow. So it is correct, right?
Okay, I got it.
Actually, here my friend is not the real object here. That is why you can use as the form. So instead of using that, you can use my friend will meet me tomorrow. So is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this time, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Teacher will be taking a short rest, so won't be gone to the cinema tomorrow.
Sue won't be
Gone to the cinema tomorrow.
it's in the same sense with the sentence that Niall made. So actually, Susu won't go, or Susu won't go. So you have to use adjective form there. So actually, Susu is the subject, right? It's not an object. So that is why you have to use adjective form. So if you want to use passive, so in the subject place, it has to be the object, not the subject one. So in the sentence, Susu will go to the market if Susu itself is the subject. It is not an object. So in the first place, it has to be the object in the subject place. So that is how we use passive tense. So is that clear to know? Okay, so this time, Phong Nha Bành Du. Are you there?
Sure, I'm not really ready.
I am not ready.
Teacher, can you call me, please? Because my battery is 10%.
Okay, it's okay. So this time, hint is taken.
The sun will be gone at the end of the day, and books won't be needed. We can download ebooks from online.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so actually I want to ask the rest of you, but the time is up now, and I think that some of you are didn't clear about between passive form and active form. Am I right? So I will explain it again on Friday. Okay. So is there any more questions for today's lesson?
No.
Because I will stop here as it is 11 o'clock. Okay, so there is no more question, right? Okay, so I'll stop here and see you on Friday. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a nice
Bye.
day.
See you.
Bye-bye. See you. Bye.